The GQ build is well underway, and to make it livable for those tough weekends away, it's brought us here to New Gisborne, Victoria, to see the team at RV Storage Solutions. In this episode, we're going to make this otherwise useless wagon a little bit more livable for those tough weekends out whilst you're wheeling. We're going to run you through the process of how to build your very own drawers with the experts. I might even get my hands dirty. Let's head inside. Now, it doesn't matter what sort of car you got, budget you got, or configuration you bloody like, RV Storage Solutions have got a little something to tickle your pickle. But what you're looking at in here is not what we've chosen for the GQ. That is going to be a little bit of a special treat for those that hang around to the end of this episode. So stay tuned. They're not going to build themselves, folks. So let's go get our hands dirty and start building some drawers. Perfect. So what we're seeing here is step one of the manufacturing process. They bring in the raw materials, and behind us you can see the turret. Now that's basically a profile stamping tool. So from here, the material is going to get laid straight onto that bed, and that's where the process begins. The actual shape of the drawers, the drawer bases, all the frame gets cut out of the material here. Behind the camera is where all the folding happens. That's when things really start to take shape. It gets its structural integrity. After that process is done, basically what we're left with is a pile of parts and a job card, and then we're ready to move on to the next step here. Really cool to see this all happening right here in Australia as well. So once the turret has done its job, it's time for folding. So we'll go pass it over to the team. Yeah, good to go. Awesome, man. Legend. Thank you very much, bro. Looks great. Well, that's the drawer base ready to rock. Next up is going to be bend up some drawer fronts so we can weld them together. But for now, this is going to go up to upholstery. Give you another one, man. Thank you, kind sir. Now just behind us, you can see the bases for our drawers getting upholstered, looking absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to see this all come together. But it's not just metal that obviously comprises of your drawer setups. You can see here, we've got wood getting upholstered as well. You can see the raw materials here. Now just behind the camera is the router. That's what's gonna cut out all the wing kits and the drawer tops out of this, depending on the vehicle, ready to go. And it's all very well laid out. Straight from here onto there, and then immediately getting upholstered. The end result is looking a little something like this with the drawer tops and the wing kits. Now, I reckon the guys have had just about long enough to get our drawer fronts and the rest of the gear folded up. We can bring those parts up here. We can start assembling our drawers and get them in the GQ. Assembled, ready to go. This is ready for the GQ. Let's get it over into the install bay. Okay, we've run you through the whole process on how the RV Storage Solution drawers are manufactured, start to finish, right here in Victoria. And now's the fun part. We get to actually put what we've created into the back of the GQ and turn it into a little bit of a tough weekender super tourer situation. Hayden's just prepping the floor behind us in the back. There's a little bit of homework he's got to do in the back of the GQ, take all the tie down points out that we don't need, get rid of the third row seat brackets. We're then going to drill some holes, tear down the drawers so that it's just the frame. We can start putting it all into the vehicle. So I think I should give him a hand. Let's do it. Okay, Hayden is crushing the install. The beautiful thing about old trucks is that the space that we're using in here is basically one large rectangle. There's not really any fancy body molds or interior trim molds that we have to work around, which is making his life extremely easy. Once you got the frame in, you saw just how light that was. I lifted it in with basically one arm. You basically fit up the wing kits, and that's going to center the draw system and get us ready to now drill the holes and mount this all up, which is really exciting. I'm keen for you guys to see this all finished and see if we've chosen the right thing. The beautiful thing about what RVSS do is there's so many different combos and options and setups that you can choose from, but this is all coming together very nicely. I can't wait to see this complete. Now, quickly before we slap the rest of this back together, I just wanted to mention a few things. For starters, you're probably wondering why we're drilling holes in the floor of the GQ, and that is because all of the RVSS products are ADR compliant. And the hardware and the captive threads and nuts that are in the floor of the older vehicles like this GQ aren't strong enough or large enough to meet the ADR guidelines. So that's why we're drilling and plating these here. In your more modern vehicles like 300s or any sort of modern wagons like what you're seeing here, and you probably recognize this car from the shows, is that there's a lot more factory captive hardware in the floors and the roof of these things which are strong enough to meet the ADR guidelines. So they're not going to be drilling holes in your brand new vehicle like what we are with the GQ. If you follow me over here, you're probably like me and going, hold on, ADR compliance sounds like quite a tricky thing to get and a very expensive process to go through. And it absolutely is, but that's what sets RVSS aside from the others. You get what you pay for when it comes to things like this. This is the back quarter, back third of a brand new 300 series with a cargo barrier, cargo floor, and draw system in the back. And they're about to go and slam this into a wall to get ADR compliance so that you guys know you're getting a safe, reliable, and overall legal product in the back of your vehicle. This is such an expensive process, but it's worth it for you guys, and you know you're going to get a fantastic product as an end result. Thankfully, because RVSS's drawers are ADR compliant, it means that they are able to affix new child restraints to the backside of these drawers. Particularly in older vehicles and some modern vehicles too, I guess, the factory child restraints in them are on the floor in the cargo space behind the second row of seats. And obviously you're fitting drawers, guess what? They're going to be covered. So better to have them and not need them than not have them and need them. So it's pretty easy. They're just going to basically slot into these holes here at the back. Obviously these need to be done before you go and put the top side on and the fridge and the drawer and stuff in. Otherwise you're gonna have a really bad time. So we'll do this on both sides so that we are future-proofing the GQ. Now, the back of a wagon traditionally is a pretty hard space to use effectively. And that's what I think we've really conquered with the RV storage solution set up in the back here. Now, I've had cheap drawer setups in wagons before, and they are noisy, rattly, heavy, cumbersome. This does away with all of those traditional issues. Let me run you through some of the features we've got. A full aluminium construction. This thing is going to be around 40 to 50 kilos, so super lightweight, which was really important for this build. We went with the black premium finish, so you're going to get your black tie down points, black checker plate, black latches, etc. It's going to make it look really, really sleek. 30-litre Dometic fridge drawer. Again, lightweight, but plenty of space enough for those weekends away. This is not going to be your lap of Australia car. This is going to be a tough tourer for those weekends or long weekends away. Plus, because we spec'd it up with a stack of tie-down points, we can grab the iTech World iFrost 40-litre fridge, chuck it up on top of here, and strap it down. We wanted to build it so that we still had a massive flat panel on the top here because it does give us the ability to extend it out and put a mattress in here and sleep in the car, because we don't want to be running a rooftop tent on this car. It's going to be more so for wheeling. Another really cool thing, massive drawer here. Perfect for storing your cookers, utensils, or anything like that. But then underneath it, you have this. This is basically going to be where you prep your food, make your drinks, do all that sort of stuff. And what's really cool is it's on a hinge. So under here, you can store utensils, spices, or anything else, dry food, that sort of thing. And one thing I really love about this, and one thing that cheaper drawers don't have, is both of these fully lock out. So you can still get in your drawers safely on a hill. You don't have to worry about getting your hands and stuff crushed like that. A couple more things I love. Heaps of space in and under the wing kit. So going to be great for storing things like recovery gear, spare parts, again, more food, or any loose bits and pieces that you don't want flying around the back of your car. Plus, with the 30-litre fridge drawer, it is a little bit shallower. It ends around sort of 70% of the way to the back of the drawer, which means we have a massive little space in the back of the drawer here, which is going to be great for storing things like the 12-volt lithium battery from iTech World, or even a tire compressor. Overall, the guys have absolutely nailed this. This is exactly what I envisioned. It's come to life. The fact that this has got a lifetime warranty, made right here in Australia, and looks as good as it does and is going to function absolutely flawlessly makes me so damn happy. Really am excited to hit the tracks and, more importantly, camp. Well, that brings us to the end of a massive day. Hopefully you guys have learned something today about the manufacturing process of building your very own drawer system. You can see that you really do get what you pay for when it comes to drawers. Australian made, lifetime warranty, and an end result that is absolutely breathtaking. I cannot wait to get this thing off road and actually use it and abuse it. If you guys have got any questions for the RV Storage Solutions teams, drop it in the comments and I'll do my very best to answer them. If I can't, I'll get the guys to jump in and give me a hand. If you want to see any specific mods done to this GQ, now's your chance. Drop them in the comments too. I am all ears. Anyway, guys, as always, I appreciate your support. If you want to support me directly, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, we will see you next Thursday.